When I led the team back, the castle had already reverted from its distorted form to this state. I assumed the Hypogean's influence had been fully eradicated, so I instructed everyone to prepare for the funeral as per protocol. But then, things began to feel off. The maids and the guards claimed to have no recollection of funeral preparations. Instead, they insist they're organizing some sort of celebration.
Captain Rodrigo, what are you saying? Why this insistence on a funeral? We haven't heard of any noble passing away. If that had happened, the Archduke would have dispatched stewards to coordinate with the temple. It wouldn't require your direct involvement. We are preparing for the Snowspire Festival. Surely you were informed?
The Snowspire Festival? That ended long ago. Who authorized this to take place in the castle now?
It was Miss Lydia. She told us to arrange a small celebration inspired by the Snowspire Festival. Watch your tongue. How dare you utter such slander? The princess, even if you are Captain Rodrigo's lieutenant. Such disrespect is unforgivable. Captain Rodrigo, you must put an end to this nonsense before it reaches the Archduke's ears.
The princess is... This cannot be. Why is this happening? Is she truly still... Miss Lydia was the princess's most trusted steward. She's been at Her Highness's side since childhood. More like a foster mother than a servant.
Lieutenant, are you feeling unwell? How could you forget Miss Lydia after all these years? Psst, Captain Rodrigo, I think something's wrong with him.
Magister, they're confusing you with someone else again. But the Hypogean has already been sealed. Why is the castle still like this?
Perhaps her magic hasn't been fully purged. Lingering traces may still be affecting this place.
If that is the case, we cannot risk the princess's body remaining in the castle. The Hypogean's power may seek to take hold of her again. I will dispatch someone to retrieve her body. We must ensure her safety, no matter the cost.
Princess Yelena's body is missing?
Yes. The guards I dispatched have thoroughly searched the mortuary inside and out. Not only did they fail to locate the body, but there were no signs of it being moved in any way.
Could it be that she came back to life? Chippy, don't say something so terrifying. Before, in the illusion, we saw Princess Yelena when she was ill. At that time, she hadn't yet fallen under the Frost Fury's control. If this is another illusion, does that mean we might see her again?
Whether this is reality or another illusion, I must. The Duchy of Whiteridge has suffered far too much already.
Do not despair, Captain Rodrigo. Steady yourself. This is the castle you know best. Where do you think Princess Yelena might be?
Her Highness, frail in life, spent most of her time in her chamber.
Then lead the way, Jira above. May you protect Princess Yelena's pure...
Dura above, honorable knight, surely you've come to deliver Dura's divine message and save Princess Yelena.
Me? I'm afraid you're mistaken. I am but a humble knight of the temple, not one worthy of delivering divine revelations.
But then, why are you here at Valisa Castle? Silence, Lieutenant. This is not your place to speak.
Miss Lydia, I must ask that you show respect to both Magister Merlin and Dame Tamesia. Magister Merlin and Dame Tamesia have come to assist in the preparation of Her Highness's funeral.
Enough! Captain Rodrigo, Her Highness has always trusted you most, yet you dare speak such blasphemous words? I shall report you directly to the Archduke if you utter another word of disrespect. He will—
The Archduke? But he has already...
What? Are you intending to curse the Archduke as well? Dura above! The Archduke has already borne so much! How dare you break your—
Dura bears witness. My loyalty to the Valisa family. I apologize. Her Highness's... I only wish to know why she is not in our chamber. The Archduke gave...
That is because Her Highness is participally recreated many activities from the Snowspire Festival.
You've truly seen her.
Of course! During all the preparations, I scarcely left her side for a moment.
Thank you for letting us know, Miss Lydia. May the goddess...
The Valisa Court also extends its gratitude and thanks for your blessings upon Her Highness.
Something feels off about her.
Did you notice something?
I sense a faint trace of dark energy lingering on her. It is weak, but unmistakable. It's similar to the energy we detected in the Sun Temple when Burial arrived. This could make her more susceptible to bad influences.
Hypogeans once again. What should we do now, Magister? Understood. Miss Lydia, I apologize. Where is Princess Yelena? I wish to personally apologize.
Her Highness is wandering about the castle as lively as a sprite. I suggest you and your lieutenant take this opportunity to relax. You both appear far too tense. Here, take this petal collection card. You may exchange it for gifts, just as in the Snowspire Festival of Cedar Town. Best of luck to you. Now, I must go fetch Her Highness's favorite velvet shawl.
Magister, it seems the passage has been sealed. Could she have sensed something suspicious about us?
If she were truly under Hypogean influence, she would not have merely locked us in here. Furthermore, look at these decorations. They must have a deeper significance.
Could Miss Lydia still be angry with Captain Rodrigo? But she doesn't seem like the type to be...
Miss Lydia is a reasonable woman. Even if she believed I had broken my knightly vows, she would not. Before her illness, Her Highness often hid her cherished possessions in this passage. However, these bookshelves, I do not believe she arranged them herself. After Her Highness fell ill, the Archduke sealed the passage to prevent her from sneaking out. Since then, no new items have been stored here.
I've inspected the area. There's no keyhole on the door, no hidden mechanisms on the walls, and even the windows are securely locked.
This passage is completely sealed.
Like an activity for the festival. Is this one of White Ridge's traditions?
Well, the ghostly getaway was quite popular during the Snowspire Festival. The maid in the hall mentioned Miss Lydia had them prepare the celebration in the style of the festival. Could this be an imitation of the ghostly getaway activity? open the door must be hidden within this passage. Let's search for clues. It looks like the story here is about a frail girl who dreams of playing outside, but is too weak, waiting for spring to finally leave her room.
I believe I understand now. This castle celebration must be the one Miss Lydia spoke of so often. Before Princess Yolena's passing, Miss Lydia devoted herself to planning a grand celebration, hoping Her Highness could still share in the joy of the Snowspire Festival, even without venturing outside. But the princess left this world before the preparations could be completed. That's correct. This celebration never fully came to be.
Just like when he first arrived at the castle. This must be some kind of illusion. But how do we escape it?
Now isn't the time to speculate. We need to focus on getting out of this secret passage first.
Fear not. The answer lies in this recipe for a growth. By brewing the potion and pouring it into the flower pot, the plant will sprout and the door will open. Ah, well, it just came to me that this mechanism is tied to a story Miss Lydia once told. When Princess Yolena fell ill and lost her spirit, Miss Lydia sought to comfort her. She told the princess that she would recover once winter passed and the sapphirine blossoms by her window began to bloom. And then she could leave her room to see the world beyond.
I see. The blooming plant symbolizes the arrival of spring, and with it, her recovery. No wonder Lydia designed this puzzle.
Jira above.
The way forward will open as soon as we brew the growth potion.
This letter says Amy lost the strength to walk, and even her voice. Were these the same symptoms Princess Yolena had?
Indeed. By the time Miss Lydia arranged the celebration, Princess Yolena's health had already deteriorated greatly. The Archduke and all who cared for her understood that her chances of recovery were slim. Yet the princess still clung to hope, and shattering that hope would have been unthinkably cruel.
The people of Whiteridge are truly devoted to their faith.
Are you referring to this letter praying to Dura?
It's clear that the maid who stayed by Amy's side mirrors Miss Lydia. Like the maid, Miss Lydia must have prayed countless times with unwavering faith, pleading for Jira's mercy to save Princess Yolena.
That's right. Miss Lydia cared for Princess Yolena since her childhood. She was the closest person to the princess, because of that. Even when others had accepted the inevitable, she continued to encourage. Praying to Dura was her.
Perhaps I shouldn't say this, but it may have been the princess's fate. Something even...
I understand.
This story mirrors Princess Yolena's life in so many ways. Lydia must have poured her heart into this, hoping it would comfort the princess. But sadly, Princess Yolena never got to see it.
The princess has passed. We must focus on crafting the growth potion and get out of here to find the princess's body. Only then can we preserve her final dignity.
Captain Rodrigo, Lieutenant, you truly are the finest knights in Whiteridge. Solving Miss Lydia's intricate puzzle so fast is quite impressive. Please, hand me your collection card, and I shall paint the petals. In terms of speed, you were indeed the fastest. However, the true intent of this celebration is to cheer up the princess. Therefore, the first place sapphire petals are intended for her.
Where is the princess now?
I believe she should be in the atelier. I saw her heading that way. The attendants prepared an activity there for her. If you head over now, you might run into her.
Run into an alive Yelena. Just the thought gives Chippy goosebumps.
Regardless, our priority is to locate the princess.
Honorable guests, would you like to try making a dough-man?
A doughman. Is that a custom here?
Oh, I see you're Captain Rodrigo's guest. You must be unfamiliar with our custom. In our duchy, it snows all year, so we naturally build real snowmen. But the doughman, after her illness, the princess became quite sensitive to the cold. Since most of the Snowspire the idea is simple. Take 2 dough balls, stack them to form a body, and why don't you try making one too? You could create your own unique design that isn't already in the castle. Oh my, this is so well made. Now, please head to the guard over there and choose some decorations for the dough man. Besides Scott. Magister, what kind of doughman would you like to make? The one from Rustport that Hodgkin controlled? Her tentacles would be hard. No, just thinking about her makes Chippy remember. Aw, Chippy, why don't you take a little break? Leave this to me and Magister Merlin. My. Lieutenant, is this an octopus? I see! It's an octopus sea monster! You've got quite the talent. Those tentacles look so lifelike. Well, I'd love to give you a real sapphire petal. I'm afraid the prince...
Might I ask where the princess has gone?
Miss Lydia came to escort her. They're likely participating in another activity. There's one in the down...
How is Her Highness?
It's... well...
If there is something to be said, speak plainly.
Her Highness seems very happy to... She hasn't been this cheerful in quite some time. But her health still...
I see. Please, do not mention it in front of her.
I understand. Miss Lydia has already...
Good. Very well. Let us proceed. These capybaras...
What's going on? Is there something wrong with these capybaras?
The Archduke gifted these capybaras to Her Highness after she fell ill. When Her Highness was dying, she worried that they would make the Archduke sad, so she instructed me to send them to a reliable caretaker to ensure their comfort. I believe I sent them away long ago, but now they're here.
The past is reappearing again. Just like when we saw Valka and Cryonia fighting each other on the ancient battlefield. It could be one of those weird vision thingies of the past.
But what happened here is completely different from what happened in reality. The castle festivities were unprepared when Her Highness was alive, so this can't be the past.
There is such a possibility. The after effects of the Hypogean linger everywhere in this castle. Every maid and guard has more or less been affected.
Could it be worried that everyone's unwilling to accept Princess Yulena's death, so they all secretly wish for an alternative version of events? But we didn't see any weird-looking maids this time, and talking to them didn't teleport us back to reality. Maybe we haven't met the right ones yet. The castle is pretty big after all.
Let's continue with the festivities for now. I'm sure there will be clues as we continue forward. Jaren, aren't you responsible for guarding the castle perimeter?
Yes, sir. I'm here according to Miss Lydia's instructions. I'm so honored to contribute to Her Highness's celebration. Captain Rodrigo, would you like to try the capybara chasing game? You win by leading. I heard from the maids that Miss Lydia came up with this to replace ice skating. Oh, Lieutenant, this will be a breeze since you're always caring for the capybaras.
Yes, the lieutenant has indeed taken very good care of these capybaras. It's up to you.
I knew you could do it, Lieutenant. Your form was perfect.
The lieutenant has been very tired lately.
I bet. You've been working too hard recently.
Her Highness and Miss Lydia aren't here.
There are a few activities in the Great Hall and the audience chamber.
Apologies, everyone. The ball hasn't been set up yet. Please return later.
It's a real ball! Is Miss Lydia actually planning to imitate every single event from the Snowspire Fest? But with Princess Yolena's health, can she even—
Perhaps in this illusion, Her Highness's condition has improved.
The ball won't begin until all the other activities have ended. Why don't we go to the audience? What activity is this? Why is—
This is called the dough ball fight. Instead of a snowball fight, you use dough balls to try and hit the targets.
Is this another activity that Miss Lydia—
Yes. After all, if we had a snowball fight, everyone would be worried about the princess running around. Besides, all right, enough of these sad— Congratulations! You won second place in the—
First place belongs to the princess, right?
Oh yes. Let's see. Your collection card is only missing color in 2 petals. Seems they're from the remaining activities in the— You'd better hurry. The ball is about to be— Thank you for the reminder.
Welcome to the Enigma Chase! Are you ready for this game, my lovely guests? Gear up, Bob. I'm trying to sound like the attendants at the Snowspire Festival. We're doing our best. The Enigma Chase is an activity that has our guests find the 3 hidden servants in the audience chamber. Although it sounds simple, Finding them won't be easy. Use your imagination and guess where they're hiding.
It seems like this is a version of the snowman chase for Princess Yelena.
Miss Lydia has put in a lot of effort for Her Highness. Femi, what are you doing here?
Oh, Captain
Why aren't you accompanying Her Highness? Why are you hiding here crying? Is there something wrong with the princess?
No, it's just... Her Highness wrote
A farewell letter? Why would her... The Archduke has ordered everyone not to tell Her Highness of her condition. Who told her?
Yes. No one told Her Highness. Since the first snowfall of winter, her health has been getting worse. None of us mention it, especially in front of Her Highness. Even the doctor hasn't said anything, and he never leaves any records of his diagnosis. But the princess is smart. When we went to her room this morning to help her change, she took out the letter and handed it to us.
What did Her Highness write in the letter?
I don't know all the details, but Her Highness hopes for a water burial instead of a proper one.
Water burial?
According to Her Highness, although it would be nice to be buried with her Velisa ancestors, she's afraid that one day she may become an undead, roaming the duchy and harming the innocent. She doesn't want an existence like...
Dura would never allow such blasphemy to happen. How could she even think that?
Her Highness has always been stubborn.
Is this really what Her Highness wants? Does she not want to be buried in peace and...
If there's even the slightest possibility of me hurting the people of Whiteridge, then I won't have a traditional burial. Although her face was as white as a sheet when she said this, her eyes were as hard as steel. And then, she made us swear to the goddess to help her fulfill her...
And you swore?
I'm sorry, Captain, but I can't bear seeing Her Highness cry again.
You swore an oath to Dura. That is an oath you...
Yes, I know, but there was no way I was going to refuse, Captain. Facing Her Highness, even the most cold-hearted person in the world would melt and agree to her request. After we swore, Her Highness smiled. It was the first time then. She seemed to have regained some of her strength, and with the help of her attendant, she sat up. Her exact words were, "Thank you all for everything. Will you
Did a miracle really happen?
I don't know. I hope so. There were fireworks at a festival. It was so beautiful that it lit up the whole night sky. But fireworks always stop at some... Forgive my dreary words. I wish Her Highness good health and happiness forever. May this miracle last. Forgive me. If you still doubt my words, find Miss Lydia. The princess gave her the letter for safekeeping. Her Highness also said that after her death, this letter is...
Where is Miss Lydia?
I don't know. When the festivities started, I couldn't hold it in any...
You're dismissed. Don't tell...
Yes.
Are you okay, Captain Rodriguez?
I don't...
According to the tenets of the temple, if a water burial was truly Princess Yolena's...
She does resemble a display of fireworks.
I have not yet had the privilege of meeting Her Highness in person. However, I have seen people burn themselves out toward the end of their lives. From the maid's words, I felt her conviction. Incredible faith is supporting Princess Yelena right now. Her duty to protect the duchy outweighs all. As a Templar Knight, I cannot speak of miracles. But with Jura above,
But should such beautiful fireworks end up in the water? No. Let us go find Miss Lydia and Her Highness.
Oh no, you found everyone so quickly.
The game is no longer important. Have you seen Her Highness and Miss Lydia?
That's strange. They left
When?
just before you entered the audience chamber. You must have passed by them.
This is very strange. Let's ask someone else.
the ball has started.
But Princess Yelena and Miss...
No, this isn't. This celebration was specially prepared for Her Highness, so she should perform the opening dance. Even if she's feeling unwell.
Calm down. Let's ask the maids and guards here. They should provide...
Where is Her Highness and Miss Lydia?
Of course, Her Highness came. But she wasn't feeling well, so she stood in the center of the dance floor and just waved. Miss Lydia mentioned that the princess was preparing to offer a sapphirine blossom to Jura. Much... Her Highness is so devout.
Offering a flower to Dura. Then she should be at the temple. I don't know what's happening, but I think you're right. Even if someone was helping Her Highness, it would still be Dura above. I wish this miracle was real.
Wake up, Captain Rodrigo! This is an illusion!
But can't it become true? We're taught that Dura is all-knowing and powerful. Can't what has happened be changed? I didn't pray for her resurrection like the Archduke, but here she is, still alive, and perhaps...
Wake up, Captain. Don't let this illusion is affecting you. Listen to Magister Merlin. No one knows illusions lead to delusions. Neither you nor if you consider yourself a true knight of the Duchy of Whiteridge, I urge you to let go in the name of the temple.
Magister, Dura above, fortify my resolve, so that I do not succumb to confusion. We'll have to go to the temple. Hopefully.
Has the princess already presented a flower to Jura?
But the princess isn't here! No one passed by us! Miss Lydia just said it very clearly. Her Highness offered up a sapphirine blossom to the goddess. Ah, Shippy's thirst!
Except for us, no one else here notices anything unusual. Eve, Miss Lydia!
Magister Merlin, let's follow the captain.
Miss Lydia, where is her...
You're delirious again, Captain Rod. Why are you not bowing to Her Highness? She's just offered up a sapphirine blossom to Dura.
Shippy doesn't get it! Is there supposed to be someone next to Miss Lydia?
Do you know what you're saying, Miss Lydia?
Dura is protecting Her Highness, is she not? Look closely. By Dura's grace, Her Highness's color has returned.
That's enough. Wake up, Miss Lydia, please.
What are you talking about? Oh, Captain Rodrigo, are you still trapped in your nightmare? Calm your heart, I beg you. Look around. I arranged all this for her.
Her Highness is dead. Open your eyes. Her Highness isn't standing next to you. There's nothing but cold air beside you. The real princess. She's gone. She's been gone for so long, Lydia.
Captain Rodrigo, how dare you speak such lies about Her Highness? She isn't dead. She can't be dead. I've watched over her every moment. With my prayers, with the prayers of the entire duchy, she will never fall to death's embrace.
Miss Lydia! She's become like the key to this illusion was indeed.
Like the captain said, Miss Lydia and Her Highness had a... It is very likely that she could not accept the princess's death. The most important thing right now is to find Miss Lydia and free her from the hyper...
She's headed to Her Highness's chamber. We need to catch...
Your Highness, the celebration is ready. I've made everything just like the Snowspire Festival. Just open your eyes and you'll see how beautiful the castle looks. Everyone is waiting for you to wake up. The Archduke even said that we can have a festival every day if you want. So please, just open your eyes. Please wake up, Your Highness. Please.
Miss Lydia. Her Highness has already left this world. Please let her rest in peace.
No, you're lying! You can't take her away from me! Her Highness was so eager to participate in the Snowspire Festival. She personally told me that she wants to stand up on stage with the Archduke after she recovers. I promised to arrange a grand castle celebration for her so she could enjoy the festivities like the other citizens of the duchy. How could she be gone when I haven't kept my promise yet?
I understand how you feel. I don't want to believe she's gone either.
No, you don't understand. None of you do. She lost her mother too soon. She grew up with no one but duty and the weight of her title. And then the illness came. Day after day, she smiled through the pain so no one would worry. Not even the Archduke. The rarest herbs couldn't save her. The ancient ancestor of the Belisa line turned his back on her. Even the goddess that Yelena prayed to every night. Oh, Dura, why are you doing this to Her Highness? A kind, gentle child who will...
Something's not right. Stay behind me. Whatever was left...
Oh, goddess.
You're above. I have no choice but to end all Hypogean corruption.
No! Please, Dame Tamisha! Is there no other way to calm her down? She was dear to Her Highness, and Her Highness was dear to her.
The snowman in the painting is Yelena? Thick, beautiful snow. The shimmering decorations of the Snowspire Festival. Why is there such a painting? When did Yelena attend the festival? Is this some kind of cruel joke? When did she give this to you? This... I saw her learn to write. Her little hand, every piece she created, Your Highness, you can finally paint. Look, your snowman is smiling. Dura above. Your wish really came true, didn't it?
I share your pain. However, Her Highness wouldn't...
Princess.
The Hypogean influence is fading from her body. Incredible.
It seems she has finally accepted the truth about the what pained her. It was kinder in the end to pull her from her delusions and help her confront the reality.
I agree. Magister Merlin, please use your magic to... We need to shatter this false palace of illusion. This is a time...
Miss Lydia, we once met Fami, Her Highness's She said that before her death, Her Highness hoped for a water burial and left a farewell letter. Is this true?
A farewell, yes. She did leave such a letter. Her Highness asked she shouldn't have written the letter. She was definitely going to get better, so I hid it at the bottom, but in the end...
So, the water burial.
Yes, I can't fathom what she was thinking. Her Highness was so radiant, and I just don't know anymore. If it was Princess Yelena's wish, I should help her. But no, Her Highness cannot just leave us like this.
Father, I dream of taking a boat downstream to where the river flows into the ocean. I want to see the wide, wondrous sea with my own eyes. It may be hard to grant my wish of attending the Snow Spire Festival, so please promise me that after I'm gone, I can have a water bed. When the time comes, could you pray and talk to Mother for me? Who made this world so full of wonder? There are still so many trees. As your daughter, I forbid you to come see me. I wish to become a flower, so I can kiss you again. Farewell, Father. I'll love you until the end of time.
This is indeed Her Highness's handwriting.
When she first wrote her letter, Princess Yelena was already very ill. Some of her words are a little crooked. At that time, Her Highness tried to cheer me up by saying that her handwriting was better than when she first learned to write.
Stay strong, Miss Lydia. We can only get through this bitter winter of sorrow together. I will inform the acolytes of Whitebridge Temple and request that they honor Her Highness's final wish by performing a water burial after the memorial ceremony concludes. The prepared ice caskets will be needed during the process of transferring Her Highness to the temple and the ceremony.
Miss Lydia, when Her Highness is being transferred to the temple, please stay close to the captain. The Hypogean influence that possessed you was powerful. Although Magister Merlin has cleansed you, I'm worried that there may still be some hidden magic left behind. To prevent further incidents, I ask that you remain at Whitebridge Temple for the time being. Once the Heroic Order's mission is complete, we will return together. Being under the protection of the Divine Light, you need not worry about any Hypogean influence.
They're above. However, before sending Princess Yelena to the temple, could you grant me the... Her Highness told me she hoped to be spotless. Let me at least do this final thing for her. There are 2 maids outside. Please let them come in and assist if it needs to be under your supervision.
You're the
Audience chamber. I was? Oh, I have a vague impression of being there. How strange.
It seems that after the illusion disappeared, all the people in the castle forgot.
Fami, get the other maid and help me.
Her Highness. Yes, Captain.
Is there anything I can do for Her Highness? I can't just do nothing while seeing her off.
Princess Yelena shouldn't be sent off by herself. She'll need some... I remember she loved Dura. Even if we place the entire castle in her... But I have to come to terms with this. So please, I'm counting on you.
All right. We'll be back with what...
taken care to make Princess Yelena. Is it time to send her to the temple?
Yes, it is all that remains of the Archduke. Now, gently place Her Highness into the ice casket. After 3 days of mourning and standing vigil.
Miss Lydia?
Yes. Thank you for everything you've done for Her Highness.
Let's return to Whiteridge Temple. Ludovic and Valka should be...
You're the guest the Archduke invited. You're the person who refused to help.
According to the dictionary, a person is a human being regarded as an individual. I admit I am an individual.
Do not be rude. He remains a member of the Belisa family, to which we have all sworn allegiance. Magister Merlin is right. Her Highness explicitly stated in her letter that she did not wish to be...
Yes, sweet Yelena. She didn't want to become like you.
Humans often entertain unrealistic fantasies about becoming a Graveborn. Believing that eternal... If you understood what Valka and I have faced throughout the centuries, you wouldn't look upon eternal life as just...
Is that true, General?
I do not seek to revisit the past. The undead who attacked the people of the duchy. They were once my fellow soldiers, akin to myself and Ludovic, who still possess our wits and can speak as we yet. As time stretched on without end, they were driven mad by the eternal weight of their existence. This is the reality of being a Graveborn. The everlasting life that countless mortals envy will, in time...
I believe that However, if she were to suffer, Her Highness made her choice, and I should honor her decision.
This is not your
I have brought an amulet with me. I have heard that Princess Yelena...
These are everblooms. I had intended to write you still. There is a certain beauty in how the living... Let us be off.
Thank you all for your company. General Valka, Lord, Her Highness would be honored if she knew how much you've all done for her. The funeral ceremony is over. Now we go to the river to bid our... Miss Lydia's mental state is a bit unstable right now.
Miss Lydia selected the most serene riverside look. She hoped that the sapphirine blossom...
Where blossoms sway and like snowflakes in dreams of... In a land where pain and ill beneath the goddess with kisses kind and... I can do no more for your...
Will you not present it to...
The final farewell. I cannot bring myself to say farewell to another...
Thank you for everything you've...
It's time for you to...
possibly stand against me? Who could possibly stand against me? Who could possibly stand against me? Stand against me? Who could possibly stand against me? stand against me?